And everybody gets worried in wants more time. Don't worry about it. Dr. Lisa Cameron, you have 5 minutes.
Many thanks, Sir Alan, once again for your excellent chairmanship today. I'd like to particularly thank the Honourable Member for Cheltenham for bringing this crucial debate to Westminster Hall and for providing such a comprehensive review of the field, highlighting the extraordinary pressures on the mental health of our young people today and the importance of prevention, research and of specific interventions. I must begin by declaring an interest, having worked in the mental health field as a psychologist, and I continue to maintain my skills and engagement in line with my professional registration requirements. I'll cover both the positives and negatives of social media and sum up thoughtful contributions of our members and make some recommendations to the Minister in the short time I have. We've heard that there are many aspects to the new world of social media. Indeed, as a candidate, I had never before tweeted, but was told it was crucial to the campaign and that I required to develop a social media profile. So social media is coming to us all of all ages, including myself. Something that I noticed, however, is that you're always questioning yourself. Is it relevant? Am I witty? Not usually in my case. How do I phrase it? Will I make a mistake and be criticised? So social media helps us link with many people, but it's also a real pressure. I was interested to learn today about Instagram from the youthful member from West Aberdeenshire and Kincardine, something new again that I hope I actually don't have to learn to do. In terms of our young people, we know through psychological research that for introverted teenagers, it can be easier to link with peers through social media than in person. It can have an affirmative effect, as we heard from the Honourable Member from Strangford, and it can help to build self-esteem and friendship networks. However, some problems then emanate when young people's social lives begin to completely link with social media and online activity, rather than being actively involved with others for some part of the day and building one's actual friendship networks of people we can spend quality time with and do activities with. One of the key questions must be how much social media is too much and how much is healthy. In 2012, a survey of social media users in the UK, 53% of whom said social media had changed their behaviour. Of those, 51% said it was negative because of decline in confidence. Young people are particularly vulnerable to peer pressure and negative comparison. They may feel inadequate because they do not seem to have as many friends online as their peers, as we heard from the Honourable Member from Ogmore, or because they feel they are not physically perfect. Research indicates that this may affect girls more so than boys, but can affect all of our children and young people nonetheless. Millennials apparently take around 25,700 selfies in their lifetime. A recent NHS report has shown that there has been a large increase in young women suffering from mental health problems as a result of the selfie culture. We heard this issue put forcefully from the Honourable Members from Neath and North Ayrshire and Arran. We also heard of dangerous websites which can encourage young people to self-harm or reduce their weight to critical proportions. Earlier this year, Instagram introduced anonymous reporting tools and support network designed to tackle issues from self-harm to eating disorders. Some of the answers may be online, but I'd say that most definitely not all of them are. I've also heard about the fear of missing out, and someone spoke about this today eloquently. It's an increasing pressure on young people to be part of the group and to be included in online activity constantly so that they become agitated, anxious and find it difficult to switch off and to resume everyday activities. It almost becomes somewhat of an obsession. Discussed by the Honourable Members of Cheltenham and South Glasgow, who spoke eloquently about this regarding his constituent, were issues of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is unacceptable. It can lead to suicidal behaviour, particularly in vulnerable populations. I would also like to touch on a sensitive issue of sexting. This appears to be becoming much more common, worryingly, and is affecting a considerable proportion of young people. They may feel pressure to sex their naked body parts to third parties, which can then find their way online to mentally scar them and leave them exposed literally to the world in perpetuity. It is clear that society has moved online. Our responses therefore need to take account of this. I would ask that the government look at standardised online materials for children and adolescents, helping them prevent harm caused by social media usage and take precautions. I would ask that police service resourcing be supported to take action against sites which specifically focus upon young people aiming to undermine their mental well-being. We must target, as always, predators online who may target our young people. Safeguards online and online sites must be introduced, and children and young people need education on safe online usage, as do their parents. We also need, as eloquently put by the member for Cheltenham who brought this debate, research and treatment development to assist people who have had their mental health damaged online. There's a lot to take forward, but we must do with care together.
Yeah.